We live in unprecedented times now. Times that we have never could have imagined before. And what is it? Our Mecca, our sacred place, the movie theaters, has shut down. Yes, guys, if you've been living in Iraq, COVID-19's taken over, blah, 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 movie theaters have been shut down, and we don't have any movies, which sucks. So I'm doing the best I can, watching movies at home, relaxing and everything. But honestly, I have thought recently, and I was thinking, my God, I miss the movie theaters. I miss the theatrical experience, and I really started to realize over the last few years, I have some stories I want to talk about, some of my favorite theatrical experiences I ever had. And you know what? That's what I want to do. This video will be dedicated to talking about some of my favorite stories I've ever been in the theater, the experiences I had, the joy I felt, the emotions I felt, and overall, this is just a love letter that I have to the theaters. So let's just get started with this. Dunkirk, IMAX 70mm. I love the IMAX format. I mean, how can you not? My first ever IMAX film was Doctor Strange in IMAX 3D, which was such a mesmerizing experience. All those trippy visuals looked spectacular. And I saw a few other films at IMAX that I thought looked great. But what was the true film that made me realize the specialty of the IMAX format? The format being used to its maximum potential, it was Dunkirk. Because I saw this film on an IMAX 70mm print because it just happened to be at a local IMAX theater, which is insane for me to think about because I heard stories of people driving hours on hours just to go to my local theater to see it. Meanwhile, that theater for me is like 30 minutes from my house, which is insane to think about. But before this, I didn't know what made IMAX 70 special, but people told me this is the way to watch the film, you gotta do it. So I watched it and I was so mesmerized. The first thing I was so mesmerized by was the sound, because in the opening scene alone, you know, it's really quiet, the soldiers are walking through, and then suddenly the gun noise happens, and my God, in IMAX, holy shit, I jumped off my seat. It was insane. In fact, the whole sound design was so immersive, and the IMAX speakers made it that much better. I also have to talk about the 1.34 aspect ratio. So you know how films have cropped aspect ratios? IMAX likes to expand it, but in IMAX 70mm, you can expand it all the way up to a big, massive square of a screen. And it makes a world of a difference because I really felt like you were there with the characters in Dunkirk. And it was the most immersive I felt at that point in the theater. It made me realize why IMAX 70 is a special experience. Christopher Nolan really made me feel the intensity, the emotions, and he really delivered. The IMAX experience is truly unmatched when it reaches its full potential. Shape of Water, TIFF, Elgin Theater. This one's interesting because this was part of the Toronto International Film Festival of 2017, my first ever year at that film festival. And overall, I loved the shit out of it. I mean, I watched some good, some bad films, but it wasn't about that. It was about the experience being there with that great audience, the movie lovers, hanging out with people all day and everything. It was such a fun time, and the film that solidified that experience for me was seeing The Shape of Water at TIFF, because yes, the film is made to be seen in the theater. It's very magical. It's beautiful visuals. It's mesmerizing. It really made me tear up. I love that film. But what made that experience truly special was this tidbit. So Guillermo del Toro shoots his film in Toronto because that's what he loves. And he shot a scene of The Shape of Water at the Elgin Theater, a very famous theater in downtown Toronto. You know, the scene in the film where Eliza goes down and sees the fish monster in the theater, that's the Elgin Theater. The insane part that I didn't know is I saw this film at TIFF at the Elgin Theater without knowing it. And when we came to the scene where the characters are standing in the Elgin Theater where they shot it at, everybody applauded. They were clapping like this, and it was a beautiful experience because it really made me truly experience the feel of the crowd, the joy everybody felt being in the theater where they shot the movie, and it was absolutely insane to witness. Blade Runner 2049, IMAX. Okay guys, I know I just made a video on this, but I just want to talk about the experience of sitting down in the theater. And first of all, what's the expanded aspect ratio to 1.9? It's not 1.34 like Dunkirk, but just seeing more of Roger Deakins' spectacular photography in IMAX was salivating in its own. But it was really hearing the IMAX speakers, the score, and everything. Because I said this film was so immersive. First of all, I just love the ambient noises of Los Angeles 24 night. It was made that much more immersive in IMAX. Hans Zimmer's beautiful score was made that much better in IMAX. But also the seawall sequence at the third act of the film. The score was that loud that the theater was rumbling. I felt immersive. I was shaking to my core. What a wonderful theatrical experience. It wasn't just the fact this film really had a major impact on me. The experience sitting down in that theater for the first time seeing IMAX was unforgettable. Mission Impossible Fallout, IMAX. Okay, I absolutely adore the Mission Impossible franchise. I love every single film in the franchise, except for the one we don't talk about. But here's the thing, I've never seen any of them in the theater, which really upset me. So when Mission Impossible Fallout was coming out, I said no, I'm not just seeing it in the theater, I'm seeing it in the biggest screen possible. And I went Thursday night in IMAX, and holy crap, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in the theater. Because there's 3 instances I want to talk about. Because most of the film is still 2.39 aspect ratio, but the sound is still spectacular. But yeah, most of it. But the 3 instances I want to talk about. First of all, was oddly enough hearing Lauren Ball's epic reinterpretation of the Mission Impossible theme in IMAX. Because it wasn't just the fact that it was salivating to hear. It was just that it was so beautiful hearing in IMAX with a loud impact and a dun 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 dun. You get it. I was nearly brought to tears at that moment because it was so good. The helicopter chase in the third act of the film was also spectacular because they expanded the aspect ratio. And what's really cool is when they start the scene, it goes from this all the way up to really expand the aspect ratio. And that scene in IMAX was so great because you really felt like you're up in the air of Tom Cruise and he's chasing Henry Cavill and everything, and it was spectacular to witness IMAX. But the best scene of all I want to mention is the fucking Halo jump, and I'm getting chills just thinking about this. It was the expanded aspect ratio, the pulse-pounding score, the epic stunts that Tom Cruise performed, just the intensity of that scene. I literally felt like I was falling down with Tom Cruise in that scene, and it was utterly incredible to witness in IMAX, and I'm just getting chilled. I want to rewatch this movie now just talking about it. Mission Impossible Fallout is one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life. I still stand by that, and just seeing it in IMAX really made it that much better for me. First Man, IMAX Laser. In TIFF 2018, I saw double the amount of films I saw from the previous year. I saw a lot of garbage, but also saw a lot of great films. And that festival was a great time. I mean, I had a great experience, especially watching Green Book in a packed audience. We all loved it. We all had a great time. That was really cool. But what was the best experience I had in the TIFF in the theater was seeing First Man in IMAX Laser. Now, David Chazelle shot select sequences in IMAX 70. The film wasn't projected in IMAX 70, but IMAX Laser can actually replicate that aspect ratio. And the whole film is basically mostly a 2.39. And I was like, okay, it's great seeing IMAX. I was just wondering what made this experience different. And then the moon landing sequence. David Chazelle shot that sequence in 1.34 aspect ratio to really make you feel like you're in the moon. And I just remember what it was like sitting there. Ryan Gosling walks down his steps, and just as he had a full view of the moon, boom! Expanded IMAX ratio. You're just throwing in there, and I can't even describe in words how beautiful of an experience that was, because I truly felt like the movie. It was the beautiful sound design, the beautiful picture, just the expanded aspect ratio. It was unbelievable to witness, and I love the film. I can watch it at home, but that one scene, you can't replicate it at home. You have to see it in the theater to really believe it.
Just as long as we're all in agreement.
Avengers Endgame, opening night. Guys, I know this is the most stereotypical answer I can give, but I need to explain myself. I absolutely love Marvel. I mean, I grew up with it. This is a series that really got me into watching more movies in the theaters, and I was following the Infinity Saga so closely, and I've never been more excited for a film in my life than Endgame, because this was going to be the end, and I was so excited. I saw this film twice in the first 24 hours of release, which says a lot for me. And here's the thing. Seeing this film in opening night was so freaking unforgettable, because The energy level of all the crowd was at an all-time peak. We were cheering, laughing, having a great time with the film, getting really emotional. But there's two instances that made it truly unforgettable. First of all, is Captain America holding Thor's hammer. Here's the thing. I never expected that. And it made me think, oh, what would I have seen the Age of Ultron when he held the hammer? But I didn't believe it. I didn't think it was going to happen. And then when he just grabbed the hammer out of nowhere, I fucking lost it and yelled. And of course, all the theater did. So there was no embarrassment. But we all lost it because we just couldn't believe what we were even witnessing. It was so beautiful. And then obviously there's the portal scene. I mean, my God, when everybody returned, everyone was just cheering, laughing, and just having an incredible time. And that's what made that experience so unforgettable. I love the film. I can still rewatch it and everything. But nothing will compare to the first time I saw that film in theaters because it was truly unforgettable. (1917) large format. I was so excited for 1917 last year because it's a film from Sam Mendes that was shot by Roger Deakins, made it look like it was in one take. I mean, how the hell do you even pull that off? Just see the behind the scenes trailers before the film came out made me so excited to the point where I told myself, I am not waiting until January 10th. I need to see this film now. And because of connections, I saw the film November 25th, which was absolutely insane. We saw it in such a big theater. But the reason why I was talking about this film is absolutely incredible. I mean, just the immersiveness, the characters, the human connection, the spectacular cinematography with Roger Deakins. It was so great. But the one standout sequence I want to talk about is Schofield running in the third act of the film. And you're wondering, what's so special? Well, here's the thing. There's certain films that make me cry because they're sad, which is very common. And then there's films that nearly brings me to tears because of the sheer beauty of how it's directed, acted, shot, you name it. And holy crap, just the build up, the one take, everything just leads up to the moment where Schofield runs through the field and everybody charges into the battlefield. Just seeing all the extras, the direction, the choreography, the score, the pulse pounding nature of the film, the cinematography, everything meshed together, and I was nearly falling in tears because I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. This is what movies are made for. Just being in a theater, witnessing a beautiful moment, just making people feel emotions they've never felt before. And just seeing that in that moment was absolutely insane for me, which is why that moment when I was seeing 1917 is something I'll never forget. So what can I say that had not already been said? I miss the movie theaters. It was a great experience, and just the time I've had thinking away and just being at home, it made me think, I miss the movie theaters. I miss going out with my friends. It's just a communal experience, having an experience to talk about, and even if it was good or bad, just getting out of the house and just seeing a movie in the theater the way it was intended. I love it. I love it, and I hope we get to go back. Hopefully when Tenet comes out, we can all do that, but we can all dream right now. We just gotta hope very, very soon we'll be back in the theater, just appreciate it far more than we ever did before. Anyways, guys, I want you guys to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell for alerts on brand new videos, and leave me a comment so you guys encourage me to make way more videos in the future. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.